My name is Ifioma. I'm 22 years old, and until last night I didn't believe in curses. It started at 2:43 a.m. The rain outside was falling heavy, hitting the zinc roof like small stones. NEPA had taken light hours ago, so my rechargeable lamp was the only thing keeping my room from drowning in darkness. I was about to sleep when I heard it, a faint muffled sound. Wah-wah. I froze. It sounded like a baby crying, but the sound wasn't coming from outside. It was coming from under my bed. My heart started pounding. I live alone. No neighbors close enough to play a prank, and no children anywhere near my apartment. The crying grew louder, like the baby was struggling to breathe. I wanted to run, but my legs refused to move. With shaking hands, I reached for my phone to use the flashlight. I knelt beside the bed, slowly bent down. The crying stopped. The silence was worse. My lamp flickered like it was about to die. And then, a small, pale hand reached out from the shadows and touched my ankle. I screamed and jumped back, hitting my head on the wall. But when I looked again, there was nothing there. The room was quiet. I told myself it was my imagination, maybe I was dreaming. I climbed back into bed, pulling the blanket over my head. Then my phone buzzed. It was a voice note, sent from my number. My hands were shaking so much I almost dropped the phone. I stared at the screen. The voice note was only 3 seconds long, but my heart was already pounding, as if I knew something was wrong. I pressed play. A faint sound poured into my ear, not loud but sharp enough to make my skin crawl. It was the sound of the baby crying. But this time, beneath the sobs, I could hear something else. A slow, steady breathing. First, I thought it was my own breath. I held my chest and tried to be still, but the breathing didn't stop. It got louder, closer, until it wasn't in the phone anymore, it was here in my room. I turned my head slowly towards the bed, and that's when I saw them, two small, glowing eyes staring at me from the darkness underneath. My throat locked. I couldn't scream. I couldn't even move. And then the crying started again. But this time it was right behind me.